Hello and good morning. Today is January 8th, 2026, and you're listening to That's Old News, the daily download making old headlines hot again. I'm your host, Ainsley Harvey, and as always, we're looking at what went down on this day in history, which means we are rewinding it all the way back to 1310, where the Great Frost gets so bad in Britain that the Thames River freezes so thickly the people of London start lighting bonfires on it. Jumping forward 14 years, and this is the day that Marco Polo dies in 1324. Now, for those of you who don't know, Marco Polo is not just a fun pool game, but a Venetian explorer and merchant who travelled extensively through Asia in the 13th century. RIPs are also in order today for Galileo Galilei, the Italian astronomer, physicist and engineer who died on this day in 1642 at age 77. Now, he famously clashed with the Catholic Church and has long been dubbed the father of science for his contributions to our modern understanding of the universe. Almost 70 years after his death, we land in 1708, where a Spanish armada loaded with gold sinks off the coast of Colombia. Its flagship, the San Jose, held the majority of the loot and sat completely undiscovered at the bottom of the Caribbean Sea until it was found in 2015 with a haul worth almost 20 billion US dollars. The 8th of Jan is also a big day in American history, with George Washington delivering the first State of the Union address on this day in 1790 and Elvis Presley being born that same day in 1935. The King of Rock and Roll would have been 91 years old today, and he also filed for divorce from his wife Priscilla on this day in 1973. Not quite how I'd want to spend my birthday, but hey, each to their own. This day in 1942 also happened to be the day that Stephen Hawking was born, followed 5 years later by David Bowie, who entered this world on January 8th, 1947. Now guys, this last one. When I read this, I genuinely didn't believe it, so buckle in, because on this day in 1992, George Bush Sr., US President, is in Tokyo for a state visit at the invitation of Japanese Prime Minister Kiichi Miyazawa. Dinner was held at the PM's official residence in Tokyo, during which the president turned to Mr. Miyazawa, vomited in his lap, and then passed out. The event, which was caught on camera, was lightened when Mr. Bush turned to his physician after reviving and said, "Just roll me under the table until dinner's over." Diagnosed with a stomach flu, the incident inspired a colloquial phrase in Japan, bushusuru, which roughly translates to do the Bush thing, aka vomit in public. And that's old news from this day in history. I'm Ainsley Harvey, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.